What's up, you guys? It is Vashten back at you with another video. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the time I almost died. It's a story time. I originally wasn't going to do this, but one of my friends was like, oh, you should do it. And so now I'm doing it, and I'm sitting here and I'm recording it, as you can tell. So yeah, I was about 7 when this happened, so it was a little while ago. I was staying with my aunt for like a weekend because her friends' kids were coming out, or were gonna be there, and there was talk of us going camping, so I went over there to stay with her for a little while. And so we went out to eat, and the place we went out to eat at ended up having a fruit salad, and I wanted some of it. And so I got some of it, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't see any strawberries in it. I'm highly allergic to strawberries, and this is why you should always actually, like, if there's people up there asking you, or like, there's people up there around that work there, always ask. Like, I could have been like, oh hey, was there strawberries in this? But I didn't. With it being a fruit salad, I didn't think there would be, because most fruit salads, you don't have, you know, strawberries. You just have, like, tropical fruits. And so I was like, okay, I'm fine, whatever, I'll be fine. Well, being that, I was wrong. So, fast forward a little bit, I'd finished eating, and we were sitting there, and I was waiting for the others to finish eating, and they were talking and stuff. And it was just like, whatever. And one of the waitresses came up and asked my aunt, oh, hey, would you guys like any dessert? Today we have, like, strawberry cheesecake or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something to do with strawberries. And I had a couple pieces of fruit left on my plate, and the only thing fruit up there related was the salad. And my aunt was like, well, no. None of us want, well, that won't be fair because they can't have strawberries, they're allergic. And the waitress, or waiter, I don't exactly remember, and looked at her really funny and was like, well, then why did they get the fruit salad type deal? And she was like, well, because it doesn't have strawberries in it. And they were like, okay, you know, I don't exactly know, because I don't do that department, I just do, like, desserts and cooking. And fast forward a little bit, my aunt told me if I started, like, I guess to feel sick, tell her. And I didn't think much of this. I was just like, okay, you know, whatever, I don't care. And well, fast forward, I ended up going to the bathroom. And I started feeling really, really lightheaded, and, like, it was, like, really hard for me to breathe, and I was kind of gasping for breath, and my stomach started doing a whole cramping deal. And I wasn't, like, the first thing wasn't coming to my mind was, like, oh, hey, maybe I'm having an allergic reaction. No, it was, oh, it was probably something I ate. Well, yeah, it was something you ate, dumbass. Well, I ended up eating, and, or, like I said, I am going to the bathroom, and I was in there for a few minutes, because I felt like I was gonna be sick. And after I finished using the bathroom, I was in there, and I was washing my hands, and I started to notice, like, red spots and splotches forming on my arms, and, like, somewhere on my neck, and I didn't think much of it once again. It was like, oh, we went swimming, I might have gotten something in the water, you know, whatever. Like, I did not think of these things because I was 7. I didn't know what an allergic reaction was. I hadn't witnessed my own allergic reaction. And I started getting really lightheaded, and so I leaned up against the wall, and I, like, slowly slid down till I was sitting, because I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't, like, scream out for help. Like, I didn't want to, because I was like, I'm not dying. And my aunt's friend's daughter came in, because I was in there for a while. She came in there, and she seen me, and I was, like, leaning up against the wall like this, and I was like, like, doing one of those, just, like, gasping. And so she runs out, grabs her mom, and grabs my aunt, and's like, I don't know what's happening. And so, my aunt comes in, and my aunt's looking at me, and she's like, holy shit, I fed you something that had strawberries. And, like, she's trying to get me to breathe, like, calmly at least, because, like, I'm panicking at this rate because I can't breathe. I don't know what's happening, and the words, I think I fed you strawberries, came out of her mouth, and my brain was like, we're fucking allergic to that. What the fuck? And so, my aunt's friend paid the bill. She got in the car, and we're sitting back there, and two of my friends, who I will be saying H and B for, because I don't want to say their names, I don't know if they're okay with that. My friend B was sitting next to me, and he keeps going, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, just, like, he's trying to get me to breathe, and so I'm breathing with him, and I'm like, I'm crying, and I'm like, if I die, I just want you to know you're my best friend, and I love you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you're not gonna fucking die! And he continuously kept being like, you're not gonna fucking die. Stop saying that. You're not dying. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna die, whatever. And, like, I was crying. Like, I was having a full-on breakdown. And he's trying to get me to stay calm. And my friend H is like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Like, we're gonna make sure you're okay. You're gonna go to the hospital, and the doctors are gonna, like, fix everything. You'll be all better. Well, I didn't like the idea of going to the hospital either, so I didn't like hospitals. But we got there, my aunt explained what was happening, and so she goes out, or they take me back really quick. They're like, fuck, this kid could die. And so, like, I'm sitting here, and they hooked up wires to me, like the sticky note things to keep an eye on your heart rate. And I was back there by myself for a little while, and I didn't like it. I was just laying there, and I was, like, starting to fall asleep, and the doctors would be like, no sleeping, because we gotta keep an eye on you, kiddo. And so I was like, fine, whatever, I don't fucking know what's happening, tell me what's happening. Like, I didn't know I was having such a bad allergic reaction. I was just like, what the hell is happening type deal. And the doctors had given me ibuprofen and I can't think of what the other one is, or not ibuprofen, he gave me Claritin and something else to try and, like, ease the amount of pain I was in. And so I'm sitting here, and I'm like, my doctor came in, and he's starting to check my weight and make sure, like, my blood pressure and everything's going okay, because we'd been at the hospital for, like, a good 30 to 45 minutes now. And I finally look at my doctor, and I was like, please explain to me what's happening. I don't know what's happening. My body's just like, I don't know what's happening. Why am I here? And he was like, well, what happened? Can you tell me what happened? I was like, we went out to dinner. I ate. And I ended up going to the bathroom because I had to go to the bathroom. And I started feeling really lightheaded, and my stomach started cramping, so I thought I was, like, gonna get sick. And then I went out. I waited for like 5-10 minutes. I didn't get sick, and so I went and I just washed my hands, and then I got, like, really lightheaded, and so I leaned up against the wall and, like, slid to the floor. Mm-hmm. And then my friend's daughter came in, and she went and told my aunt and everything, and I didn't know what was happening. So he's like, okay, you had an allergic reaction. And then, like, he's looking at my arms and stuff, and he's like, you have hives, blah, blah, blah. He went through to explain everything, and as he's doing that, he's like, what did you eat? He's like, it says you're allergic. He's like, you're allergic to strawberries, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, so can you tell me anything that you ate that might have had strawberries in it? And I went to tell him, and I started having another allergic reaction. Like, when this was happening, when I was explaining to him what was happening, I started going into another allergic reaction and almost went into anaphylactic shock because of how bad this one was. And so he started, like, he talked to me, and he's talking to me, and he gets me, like, calmed down again, and my mom gets there by this point. My mom's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, my friend B's sitting next to me, and he's comforting me, and, like, we're laying there, we're cuddling, being kids, whatever. And he just looks at me and goes, I know you're not going to die, but if you were to, I just want you to know that I really love you and you're like one of the best people in this world, and I never want anything to happen to you, and like it made my heart go aw. And so we were laying there, and then the doctor had to check my throat because I told him it like felt like I was getting hard to breathe. And so I opened my mouth like this, and he notices that I had lost this tooth. And he's like, hold on for a second. I was like, okay. So I'm leaving. I am like, like, and whatnot. And so he looks and he goes out, he grabs a pair of tweezers. And I had, and he's poking around at my gums, and I was like, ow. And like, he noticed something in my gums apparently. And he pulls out a strawberry seed that is so fucking tiny. Like, if you guys have seen strawberries, you'll know the size. He pulls out one seed. I'd went to like 3 or 4 allergic reactions by now because of one fucking seed that was stuck in my gums. My mom came back, and my mom was like talking to me and making sure that I was okay, like, because I couldn't leave for a while because of that. And yeah, I almost died due to a tiny little strawberry seed. I'm like fucking weak. But yeah, that is gonna be my story time for today. I love you guys, and I hope you all have an amazing day. And I know that last week I didn't end up uploading on Saturday. I just threw up an edit and was like, here you guys go. But I'm gonna try and stay on schedule now. I recorded this early, so I know I have something for at least Thursday. But yeah, I love you guys. Bye. Stay happy, not crappy. Bye.